there's a beginning to everything. And there's a beginning to this. It occurred to me, people don't know the story. They know the event, they come, they have a great time at the event, and they come year after year after year. But how all this began, and where does it go? People don't know that story. They're the creators of what took place, and we should honor that.
We had been planning our first golf tournament. And as the Harbortown course progressed, Charlie Price started saying, Charles, your first tournament has got to be there. So we debated it, and finally we decided to try to speed up the completion of the course, speed up the completion of the Harbortown clubhouse, which got its toilet seats the day before the tournament started. Arnold Palmer had showed up, to our great delight, but he hadn't won anything in 2 years, and Sports Illustrated had said the age of Palmer is over. And so he was second. And we didn't have anything against the guy who was first, but we really wanted Arnold to win. Oh, dear God, let Arnold win. Prayers going up that had gone up from hearts that hadn't been praying for months. Well, as Arnold moved by the third day into the lead, sports writers from all over the country all of a sudden started phoning, okay, you said you would get us a hotel room and an excellent wine, and say, we're on the plane, we're coming down, we'll be there tonight. With all these people. A great writer from Sports Illustrated came down, and his story of the day Arnie made Jack's course his own and described the Harbortown course as one of the 25 best golf courses in the world, just set things rolling.
This was a saying we came up with later, but it was truly Charles' his attitude. The Heritage is not just about golf. It is about the experience of being at the Heritage, and golf is part of that experience.
Just a lot of excitement in the air.
Well, first of all, it's like Fashion Week. So you see everybody coming out in their plaid.
It's also obviously a great event to have a good time.
It's almost just one big party.
It takes really the entire community to put that on and for it to be successful.
99.9% of the time, if I reach out to the community, yes is the answer. What's the question?
All Steve has to do is ask, and we'll move mountains to make it happen.
I mean, this time of year, it's got to be ready for Heritage.
We have to show that everything looks gorgeous and beautiful. And people are wowed when they come across the bridge.
Our electrician is calling Palmer Electric, it's calling Hargrave, it's calling Spectrum. Normally that wouldn't happen elsewhere. Here, it's like, let's get it done, and let's get it done together.
It's a pretty enthusiastic pursuit of better. Not necessarily bigger, but better.
2.5 months to put it together, and it takes us 3 days to tear it down.
It's a sense of pride. It's a sense of ownership, if you will.
I like to see things look good. If I see the sun rising in Bluffton, I'm late.
It is the perfect place to show our Southern hospitality.
And the economic impact that you look at is really off the charts.
And the economic impact has been over $100 million.
It's the biggest professional sporting event, in the state.
And of course it brings in a lot of money and a lot of activity, and all that produces happiness.
Sea Pines is only second to Augusta National in terms of their favorite course to play.
But they say one of their favorite tournaments of the year is the RBC Heritage.
This tournament it's such a relaxed feel for us to come to a small community like this in Hilton Head.
That's what we have always been about, is mom, dad, the kids, and enjoying the experience.
They come down here and they look at it as kind of a debrief, a little vacation, but they also get to play for, in this case, $20 million purse.
I don't know if it's just the type of people that are attracted to Hilton Head, but They are givers. They are volunteers.
We have this year 1,550, which is our largest group of volunteers we've ever had.
We have a lot of returning veterans.
The volunteers are our biggest supporters.
There's a joyfulness in it.
People will ask me if I'm still working the tournament, and I'll say, oh, they're going to have to drag me out by my heels.
A lot of laughs, a lot of fun, yet we're doing something good for the community.
The Heritage has a tradition and a spirit of generosity.
If you look at the Heritage Classic Foundation and what we support, we'll be close to 90 charities this year.
And of course, the purpose of the tournament is to give back to the community. It is a fundraiser.
We hit the mark of $50 million in charitable giving. That's the reason for the tournament.
I think kids all around benefit from what the Heritage Foundation does, middle school, high school, even our college students.
So, big deal. Scholarships, nonprofits, just really fabulous, and I'm going to support it until my last breath.
I remember there was talk that the Heritage had lost its sponsor, and just how emotional people got over it. I just think that that's very telling of how important it is to the local people, the local population. I mean, we were not willing to let that tradition die.
And this, for us to call home, is special.
I'm so blessed to have been able to live here for the last 47 years, and I never get tired of it.
It's part of my life. It's important to the community.
I guess I can honestly say, after almost 40 years of being a local resident and involved, I have a love affair with the Heritage.
We all can be very thankful that it's here.
Yeah.
Hilton Head wouldn't be what it is today without the Heritage. There's no question about it.
I think Charles would be extremely proud of where we are with the RBC Heritage today.
He would be so proud of what is here. He would be so proud of the tournament. His nephew now runs the tournament. He would be so proud of all the different players who continue to come. He would be so grateful to the players for continuing to give the positive feedback. He would still say it's his heart.
I don't have to do what I do. I get to do what I do. And, and it's one of those things that love what you do and do what you love. I love going to work every day for something that's as important to this community, the state, and it's. I'm proud and honored, and it's a team effort, no doubt about it. But I'm glad to be part of something as special as this.